All right, let's jump right into this explainer on the biology of aging. You know that feeling when you look in the mirror and realize your go-to moisturizer just isn't doing the trick anymore? Well, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're uncovering the actual science behind how our skin ages. And more importantly, we're going to show you exactly how to empower your body's largest organ. Here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll cover the biology of aging. Then, we'll look at 4 science-backed ingredients you absolutely need. Third, we'll break down the Pure Flow application method. And finally, we'll wrap up with some vital tips for getting real results. Starting off with Section 1, the biology of aging, and understanding that hidden cellular breakdown. So as we get older, our skin basically goes through 2 major structural shifts. The first is something dermatologists call TEW. That stands for transepidermal water loss. It sounds super complicated, but it's simply what happens when your skin's natural lipid barrier starts to weaken. When that protective outer layer gets compromised, essential moisture literally just evaporates right off your skin into the surrounding air. And honestly, that evaporation is exactly what causes those faint, early dehydration lines that eventually turn into permanent wrinkles if we ignore them. Think of your skin's lipid barrier like the weather stripping around your front door. When it's brand new, everything stays right where it's supposed to, right? The heat stays in, the cold stays out. But when it gets all worn down and dried out over the years, the elements leak through, and all that cozy internal moisture escapes. Your skin operates the exact same way. Break the seal, and you lose the moisture. Now, this brings us to the second major structural change. And this number is honestly a bit staggering. Starting in our mid-20s, yeah, literally that early, our natural collagen production drops by about 1% every single year. Why does that matter? Well, collagen is the essential protein that keeps your skin plump, firm, and bouncy. It's basically the structural scaffolding of your face. So put those 2 things together. You're losing your moisture seal to evaporation, and your structural scaffolding is slowly breaking down over time. It's a complete double whammy, and it perfectly explains why slapping on a basic everyday lotion just won't cut it as we age. Your skin needs serious, active biological support. Moving right along to Section 2, 4 science-backed ingredients to formulate your biological shield. To actually be effective, your anti-aging routine needs a synergy of 4 powerhouse ingredients that dermatologists swear by. We're talking hyaluronic acid, a brilliant molecule that holds up to 1,000 times its weight in water, retinol, which is the gold standard for cellular turnover, vitamin C, an incredibly potent antioxidant, and finally, peptides. With this lineup, we aren't just superficially moisturizing. We're literally communicating with our cells. Take peptides, for example. They act as messenger molecules that actually signal your aging cells to wake up and start building fresh protein and elastin. Meanwhile, vitamin C acts as your daytime shield. It's there to neutralize all those free radicals from pollution and UV exposure that are constantly trying to tear your new collagen apart. Now, we have to be realistic here. Managing expectations is absolutely key. True structural changes take consistent time. Hyaluronic acid is going to give you that immediate, satisfying plumping effect. But those peptides, they need a good 2 to 3 weeks to start rebuilding your protein. Vitamin C takes about 6 to 12 weeks to really brighten up dark spots. And retinol needs a solid 8 to 12 weeks to fully turn over your skin cells. Consistency is your greatest weapon here. All right, let's get into Section 3, the Pure Flow application method. It's all about maximizing absorption and lift. Okay, we really need to clear up a massive misconception about hydration. Please do not apply your expensive creams to soaking wet skin. The product will just pill up, smear around, and sit uncomfortably on the surface. But on the flip side, applying to bone-dry skin limits your absorption. The absolute sweet spot, patting your skin with a towel until it's just lightly damp. Damp skin is incredibly permeable, allowing ingredients like hyaluronic acid to grab onto that surface moisture and pull it deep into your epidermis. Let's break down this highly effective PureFlow method to make sure you're getting maximum cellular penetration every single day. Step 1 is prepping on that damp skin we just talked about. Step 2 is using a very specific upward and outward motion. And step 3 is making sure you cover all the vital age zones. For step 2, you'll want to always use your ring fingers. Why? Because they naturally apply the least amount of pressure. Gently massage your cream in an upward and outward stroke. By pushing upward, you're actively fighting the daily pull of gravity. But even more importantly, you're stimulating lymphatic drainage to flush out that morning puffiness and waking up the microcirculation to deliver fresh oxygen right where your skin needs it most. And for step 3, remember this rule. Your skincare absolutely shouldn't stop at your jawline. Always bring that biological shield down your neck and across your chest, your décolletage.
These are what we call the age zones. They have way fewer oil glands than your face, which means they dry out much faster and are usually the very first places to show sun damage and sagging. So you've got to treat them with the exact same respect as your face.
Which brings us to Section 4, Vital Tips for Results, focusing on consistency and scheduling. As dermatologists will tell you, your skin is kind of on a biological clock. Think of it in two distinct shifts. Your morning routine is strictly about protection against the outside elements. So a gentle wash, your vitamin C and hyaluronic acid, topped off with a moisturizer that has SPF. But your nighttime routine, that is all about deep cellular repair. That's when you bring out the exfoliating wash, a pea-sized amount of your retinoid, and a nice thick recovery cream to support your skin's barrier while you sleep.
And this leads us right to the ultimate, absolute golden rule of anti-aging. Never, ever skip your sunscreen. Think of your serums and moisturizers as your cellular repair team, but your daily SPF, that's the security guard. Even the absolute best, most expensive cream on the market literally cannot fix structural damage if you're actively letting unprotected UV rays destroy your skin every single day. When you really understand the underlying science, the moisture loss, the collagen breakdown, you realize that choosing the right routine isn't just about chasing youth. It's a true investment in your future self. By mastering this pure flow routine and using ingredients that actually talk to your cells, you are actively giving your body's largest organ the biological support it needs to stay strong, healthy, and vibrant. So, here's my question for you. Are you ready to take these 4 powerhouse ingredients and finally support your skin the right way? Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. I really want to challenge you to try the Pure Flow method on damp skin tonight. Stick with it and just watch how your skin transforms over the next 12 weeks. See you next time.